Okay, in the next chapter, we are going to learn how to reuse assembly. The first one is pack. When you finish the assembly, if you'd like to send it out, it's better to pack it before send, making sure you will never miss one part. And you can include the 2D sheet and the CAM plan simultaneously. And another interesting thing is that you can rename the assembly and the components when you pack it. To be more precise, you can add a prefix or suffix only. Next one is save as copy. This command is similar to pack, but more flexible. You can rename and unlink some components. And for the rest components, you can just refer to the original. After assembly finished, sometimes we need to convert it as a part. ZW3D provides two commands for this purpose. The first one is merge. It's a basic way. And for the second one, simplified wrap. It's an advanced tool. It can adjust the sensitivity, and it can remove loops of the destination part. Later I will show you in the software. And the last one is assembly publish. I believe you already know how to publish a part. The workflow for assembly is the same, but the items you can publish are a little bit different. To be specific, for a part, the items are parameters, attributes, and feature status. But for assembly, the items are parameters, component status, constraint status, and the part config as well. Now let's move over to ZW3D to show you more details. So first, let's talk about pack. So as I mentioned before, when you finish the assembly, if you'd like to send it out, it's better to pack it before sending, so that you will never miss even one part. Okay, now let's see how to use it. We find it in the File menu, and we can find the pack command. Okay, here you can see this is the list of all the assembly and the components inside. And we can decide whether to include the CAM plan or drawing sheet. Okay, here. And also you can choose whether to zip the packed file. For me, I prefer to zip it. And you can add the prefix and the suffix to the components or the assembly. Okay. For example, we can add the suffix 2, 3. Okay. And actually, for the folder types, we have different choices, all into single folder or keep the structure. And if you have so many sub-assemblies, actually you can choose this one and some other choices for you. Okay, we just keep it all in single folder. Okay, now we can click OK to get the result. Actually, before you pack it, you need to save all modifications. Okay, we save it. Okay. Okay, now we are done. So we can open the file folder, and here you can see ejector 3. Ejector 3 and all the components with suffix 3. Okay, this is about the pack. And the next one is similar to pack, it's save as copy. You can also find it in the file menu, save as copy. The difference between save as copy and the pack is you can choose which components to be a new components and which components just refer to the original one. For example, for the base plate and the cam, we can make it just a new file, and we can add a suffix to it like AB3. Now you can see ABC, ABC. Okay, and for the other three, we can keep it referenced. So if you want to turn to the new file to reference the one, you can also click on it and check this little command. Now you can see it will turn to blue color, and there will be no new file created, just refer to the original one. Okay, now we can click OK to get the result. Save. And you can see we only have a new file for the base plate, which is the base plate ABC. Okay, the other one, no new file created, just refer to the original one. Okay, it's about the save as copy. Okay, the next one is merge and the simplify wrap. So these two commands is used for extract assembly components to part level. So for example, for this assembly, if you want to use the fillet, actually you cannot choose any edges from the component because it's an assembly. So we can make it as a part. For example, we can use the merge, and we merge these two as the part. Okay, we can click OK. Now you can see it's disappeared from the assembly manager. Okay, and you can find it in the part history. Okay, now let's try again. We add fillet. Now you can see everything runs well. Okay, this is a new fillet. So this is about the merge. Now we undo it. See the next command. The next command is simplify the wrap. So it's also can use to extract assembly to part. Now let's see how to use it. Like we can pick all of them, and there are some settings. For example, the first setting is sensitivity. If you have a very big assembly, you can adjust the sensitivity to make some of the components not to extract it. And the value is between 1 to 10. So the higher the value, the more components will be extracted. For this sample, we can use just the highest one, 10. And here you can choose whether to Boolean add all the components together. Okay, we can check it or we can uncheck it. And here you can choose whether to ignore the small components, which size is below 0.1 millimeter. Okay. And next one is remove inner loop. So here you can see we actually have some loops here, right? So you can remove it. Like this is the old loop. Okay. We can remove it. And the next you can choose whether to copy it associatively, or you can copy it as a static geometry. Okay. And this is a save to file. We can rename it or we can keep it by default. Okay, here we just keep it by default and click OK. Okay, now we can check the result. Okay, the wrapped. So here you can see the result, and actually you can see all the loops has been removed. The holes and the slots are removed, right? So this is about simplified wrap. And the last one is assembly publish. So in the solid modeling tutorial, actually you already know how to publish a part. But actually the way is also available for assembly, and it's a similar way. Now let's see the difference. So if we want to publish the assembly, we also go to the config table. And we can create assembly configs based on the component status or constraint status. And even you can create by the part configs of the component. For example, for the slider base, we have 3 configs here. We can create more. Copy. This one we make it with equals 20 and OK. Now you can see we have 2 different configs here. You can switch it. You can see it's changed. And then we can publish based on the 2 part configs. And you can include more items into the configs. For example, you can add this one, suppress or unsuppress, and also the constraint status, you can also add it. Okay, for example, you can see the base plate will be suppressed. Okay. So about how to publish, actually it's similar to the part publish. So I will not go further here.